guys, Andrea Mills here. Today, in keeping with my mom's office special features this month, I'm going to show you my comb binding machine. Tom and the kids are out there watching a movie and it's really loud, so you might be able to hear that in the background. But we're going to sit here at my sewing table while I film this because I can't, this is seriously the quietest spot that I could find to show you this. So, yes, I have a Swingline comb binder that I got at Office Depot for like $55. This is a very low-end comb binder. It has like no fancy features and it's a little bit aggravating sometimes, but it gets the job done. So if you were interested in getting a comb binder, you know, it does the job and you get used to it. It's got a little knob on the side here that you can change for whether you're doing like a laminated cover. It adjusts where the holes punch with that, or just like that. It's for regular pages. You'll see here I have a piece of tape because when I'm punching the little cards like I'm going to do for this video, it doesn't work out to punch them way down here. It makes my holes all off. So I had to find a good spot to line up my cards and put them in so that it would punch everything evenly spaced. Let's start with a full-size sheet of paper here first. So all you do is slide, let's see if I can get some lighting here, slide the paper in. One problem with his comb binder is it doesn't have like a very good stop mechanism, so it's sometimes hard to tell if you have it in all the way, and then when you punch it, it's all crooked, which is kind of annoying. But anyway, so you slide that in, you pull down this lever and push it back up. When you pull it out, you have all your holes punched, and you can do several sheets of paper at a time. You don't have to do one at a time. Just depends on how thick the paper is. Sometimes you can do like 5 or 6, sometimes you can only do 2 or 3. Today I need to bind Solomon's little goal chart things that we use for school into a book. So I'm going to punch these and then we'll put them together. I got a couple of cards here. This is tricky, tricky with one hand. Alright, so I'm using my little white piece of tape to line it up to make sure it's how I want it. And then I'm going to have to put the camera down. Maybe right here will work. And pull the lever. And there are my holes. So you can see that still could be better than that, but if I were to punch this way down to this end, it makes it so that the hole at this end is like half on and half off just because of the size. So that's why I found a different spot to use as my guide. Okay, so I'm going to punch the rest of these cards real fast and then I'll show you how to put them together. Okay, so I've got my whole stack punched now. I'm going to use one of these binding combs then to hold it all together, and binding combs come in lots of different sizes. This is the 5/8 inch, I think, and this is the 1/2 inch, which is what I'm going to use. I think this is a 3/8, and I've actually used half of this already, and then I just cut it, so that's why it's short. And then this one is a 1/4 inch, and they do come in black and white, so you have a tiny bit of color choice with them. All we're going to do is slide it down onto this part right here. So these little things are going to be inside of my loops. And then mine has a little lever on the side that you twist, but they're all a little different. So you do that, and you can see that it opens the combs up like that. Then we're going to just take the punched paper, see if I can do it with one hand, and slide it onto the combs just like that. And then close it back up again and slide it off. And then I'm going to trim that off with a pair of scissors. So I can save this little trimming piece for another project. And there's my bound little booklet now. If I realized I wanted to change something or add something or take it out, all I would have to do is slide it back onto the machine and open it back up, and then you can take the pages off and rearrange or do whatever you want to with it. So this is one of my personal favorite office tools that I use all the time, and there are actually lots of different kinds of binding systems. I've owned several myself, but this is just the one that I prefer, and it's not that expensive to get started with it. So if you are a homeschool mom, or even just like have a lot of paperwork that you deal with at your house and you want to make little booklets like that, this is a pretty inexpensive way to do it compared to buying like 3-ring binders for a lot of stuff. I really like doing this, and it's fun to bind up, you know, kids' artwork and things like that and make little books out of it. And yeah, we bind a lot of stuff at our house. So yes, that's one of my favorite tools, and I'm gonna have a few more videos featuring some of my other favorite tools. In the meantime, I want to thank you guys for coming over and spending a few minutes with me, and I will talk to you again very soon.